For most of her adult life, Talia had one working theory about happiness. Earn it. Earn it through performance. Earn it through admiration. Earn it through salary. Earn it through becoming the kind of person other people had no choice but to respect. She lived in a sleek apartment on the 14th floor, worked in corporate strategy, and owned the sort of clothes that made competence look expensive. Her calendar was a battlefield of meetings, flights, deadlines, networking dinners, and self-improvement rituals. She had a standing 5:30 a.m. gym block, a skincare routine with too many steps, and a salary her younger self would have considered proof that she had won. And sometimes, briefly, it almost felt like she had. A bonus would hit, and she'd feel electric for 2 days. A client would praise her, and she'd walk lighter for an afternoon. She'd post a polished photo from a rooftop dinner, watch the likes climb, and feel a flicker of arrival. But the feeling never held. By Monday morning, the old hunger was back, asking for more. More money, more recognition, more control, more visible proof that her life mattered. The truth, which she hated, was that all her efforts at happiness felt like drinking sparkling water when dying of thirst. Busy, sharp, impressive, but not deeply alive. One Thursday night, after a 12-hour workday and a networking event where everyone had complimented each other in ways that felt faintly predatory, Talia came home, dropped her heels by the door, and sat in the dark without turning on a single light. For the first time in months, she admitted what her ambition kept interrupting. I am exhausted from trying to purchase a feeling that never stays. She fell asleep on the couch, and in the night, she dreamed. She stood in the middle of a city street she knew well. Glass towers, buses, LED billboards, people crossing with coffees and earbuds and urgency. But everything had gone strangely still. No traffic moved. No one spoke. The city looked paused, as if waiting for a cue. Then a figure appeared beside her, bright but not blinding, clothed in a kind of calm that made the whole street feel less heavy. Talia somehow knew, without introduction, that he had come from Jesus. He looked at the towers, the screens, the polished storefronts, and then at her, with something like affection and grief mixed together. You have been trying to harvest joy from things that cannot produce it, he said. Talia felt instantly exposed. Then where does it come from? He answered simply, genuine joy, peace, and gratitude come from recognizing and praising God moment to moment. The words did not sound like advice. They sounded like a key. He continued, you have been chasing happiness as if it lives at the top of achievement, but your Father has hidden it in recognition, in evidence, in the daily proof that He loves you, guides you, provides for you, protects you, not because you have earned it, but because you are His child. Then the angel touched her shoulder, and the city changed. The same street filled with signs she had never been trained to see. Sunlight on windows like poured gold, the timing of a crosswalk, the gift of breath, kindness in a stranger's face, strength in her body, provision in her bag, safety in 1,000 unnoticed mercies, guidance even in doors that had closed. It was as if love had always been everywhere, and she had simply been too busy auditioning for worth to recognize it. When Talia woke, tears were already on her face. The next morning, instead of opening her inbox first, she wrote one question in her notebook. Where is the evidence that God loves me right now? At first, the answers felt almost too small. This bed, this breath, this coffee, this morning light, this working body, this unexpected peace, this chance to begin again. But she kept going. On the train, evidence. In meetings, evidence. In interruptions, evidence. At lunch, evidence. On hard days, evidence that he was still guiding, still providing, still fathering her. And something in her began to heal. The hunger that success never satisfied started loosening. Gratitude rose where striving used to live. Joy stopped appearing as a reward at the end of a perfect week and started showing up in ordinary Tuesday moments she once would have stepped over. Months later, Talia still worked hard, still earned well, still valued excellence. But those things were no longer her altar, because she had found the secret approach to sustainable happiness. Not earning enough life to finally rest, but recognizing, moment by moment, that she was already living inside the steady love of God. And it had been available all along.